Welcome to Talking Heads on USA Global TV, starring the one and only wonderful Dr. JACALYN. It's a prestigious place where world-class influencers and experts meet, and where you'll find the most trusted advisors and coaches for all things in life and business. Visit usaglobaltv.com to sign up for our newsletter, get the value you need, and be first in line to learn about events and giveaways and other valuable content. Connect with us. Email Dr. JACALYN at usaglobaltv.com to talk about how you can become part of USA Global TV. That's USA Global TV, where the doctor is always in.
Hello, everyone, and welcome, or hopefully it's welcome back to USA Global TV and Radio. I'm Dr. JACALYN KERBECK. I'm the president, founder, and chief listening officer here at our network. Our show today is fantastic. We've got a special guest backstage. We're going to be talking about World Jenny's Day here on the art of creating mental health wealth. Let's welcome Jenetta Barry and the Epiphany Process. Hello, Jenetta.
Hello, everybody. Hey, Dr. JACALYN. We're back together again, and with on a subject that is beyond close to my heart, way beyond and back again.
And you are in the throes of planning this major event that's going to happen right here for 17 hours starting, I hope I get this right, 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, all the way through till 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Correct. In fact, I'm finding, because we're dealing with people all over the world who are going to perform on the day, and we're going to share more about that just now, I'm finding the easiest way to describe it is that we're starting on this USA Global platform, which has been very generously given to us for the day. Thank you, USA Global TV and Radio. And we're starting basically at 10 a.m. London time. And we're finishing 10 p.m. New York time. And the moment I say that, people get it as clear as day, because, you know, it's London, New York. Okay, 10:10, 10:10. Perfect. So it's 10 a.m. London. We're starting on this platform, finishing 10 p.m. New York on this platform, back to back, nonstop.
It's very exciting. And there's a number of people that you have lined up who are going to be co-hosting, also people who are going to be performing. And I know you've been working very closely with our lovely Madalene Chan, our dear soul sister, who is backstage joining us. So why don't you give a little bit of an introduction, Jenetta, about how Madalene has been working with you?
Oh, wow. Madalene, for those of you who might be new to USA Global TV, Madalene is one of the backbone people of our channel. Such a special soul, and it's been a delight and an honor to meet her through you, Dr. JACALYN, and this channel. And you and she co-host your shows as well. She's just such a bright button to have around, and she very generously also stepped forward and said she'd love to be a creator and a producer of World Jenny's Day. So I've stepped away as executive producer, and she stepped in as producer, and we're creating magic together. It's such a pleasure to have the energy and the talent and the creative skills of this amazing lady. And so I would like to introduce you all and bring her up, because Madalene Chan and World Jenny's Day and USA Global TV all go together. Welcome, Madalene, today.
Thank you, ladies. Thank you, Jenetta. That was a beautiful, warm. I'm truly honoured, and thank you, Dr. JACALYN, for USA Global TV. I know. Sorry, so you know me. I'm like having beans, these rainbow beans. I think I take them every day. No, honestly, I think I do. But thank you. Yes.
Well, we love your energy. You always have a smile on your face, and Madalene and I work very closely together on a number of initiatives. So I'm really thrilled that, Madalene, you're involved with this one as well.
Yeah, it's something that I've been wanting to be part of a charity, something that means something, not just the charities that we already have, but something new. And when I met Jenetta, through you, Dr. JACALYN. Actually, it was on a show, wasn't it? It was on the... Oh my goodness, let's rewind. Which show was it that we met?
It was
on
the
Celebrate.
reunion show.
The reunion show back in July last year. Yeah, that fantastic reunion show, USA Global TV. Wow, yeah, and it's just been so lovely since. And since I found out what Jenetta was campaigning and passionate about, the Epiphany Process into the World Jenny's Day. World Jenny's Day, it just kind of, it stuck with me completely. In fact, I kept hearing songs with Jenny, Jenny, Jenny in it, and I kept seeing Jenny everywhere. The word Jen, 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 not Jenny, but Jen everywhere. And I'm always a believer in synchronicities and when things come to you naturally in the way of signs. And so the more I heard about Jenny and Jenetta, the more I felt more warmth to it. And so when World Jenny's Day was set for the 10th of October for this year, I thought to myself, I'd like to be part of this. And I thought, what can I do? And it made sense. The only thing that I can do is from my field of expertise, which is songwriting, singing, performance, help to organize things, help to come on board and become part of the team. And so that's why I felt this is the strengths that I can bring into it, as well as some other key people as well. But yeah, anyway, I'm babbling on. Sorry.
I just want to
we love you, babbling.
Yes, I want to thank you for that. And I also just want to acknowledge, because it's really true, we have that reunion show 3 times a year, and people meet new people and connect and collaborate. And that's really why I do it. I love the fact that you two met on the reunion show, and now look what you're doing together.
It's powerful.
Absolutely, I so agree. And when you hear just now, Dr. JACALYN, what it is we are actually doing together, because we've got quite a bit to share, I think our viewers and listeners will be, well, I hope, but I can't think why not, will be as inspired as Madalene and I have become, because it's much greater than me, Jenny, Madalene, USA Global TV, or anything else. It's far bigger than that, and it's creating a legacy that will go far beyond, in my opinion, any of our lifetime. I can feel it. I can feel that energy. And I thought, before we went into what actually is happening this World Jenny's Day, shall we share the Why Jenny's Day video, which gives a little bit of backstory as to why there is a Why Jenny's Day?
Absolutely. Yes, let's do that. All right, Jenetta, do you want to, I'll bring this up.
Okay.
Beautiful. Really.
It's always so
Yeah.
touching.
Yeah, it's been a journey and a half, and yet so many precious things have come out of it that I wouldn't change for anything, for absolutely anything. There were pictures there from, or snippets there from Insight Theatrical Production, which is part of the bigger picture of World Jenny's Day. It's the other charity attached to the Epiphany Process. And World Jenny's Day has been planned to be able to create a portal to get that theatrical production franchised all around the world. And there are people in those clips that you saw there who will be performing this year's World Jenny's Day from Kenya. Just so heartwarming when you realize that being in one form of being isn't the be all and end all, and that our interconnectedness is beyond divine and eternal. I mean, it's omnipresence is really what it's all about. We're not separate. And that whole timeline from the time Jenny died, the way Full Circle Rainbow Books started birthing itself, then I thought that was it. And then the Epiphany Process was such a painful journey, but so insightful. And I've my ability to access my wisdom is so deep because of it. And having helped all those people, those were two of many people that have been helped worldwide. By the way, both those people were self-harming and hardly getting out of bed. And one's a pilot and one's a teacher now. And then through to the theatrical production and now World Jenny's Day. And sitting here actually now needs to be put into that. I think the whole USA Global TV side, once we've done World Jenny's Day this year, that's got to go in there because it's been another part of that amazing timeline. So there we go.
Thank you, Jenetta. For people who are not familiar with World Jenny's Day and they're not familiar with the event, is this event going to be focused on depression and normalizing depression and suicide? Is it going to be focused on entertainment? What can people expect?
Okay. Yes. This year we're looking, we did this last year on an audio app known as Clubhouse, which some of you might know about. And we actually held it over 24 hours, moving from New Zealand right over back to New Zealand, 24 hours later, right across the world and back to New Zealand. And we had people performing from all over the world. We had Nepal, we had India, Japan, New Zealand, Australia, all over the place. And it just, the vibration in that room on that audio app just went to an all-time amazing understanding, in-depth appreciation. And so we decided to do the same again, but one step up with visual as well this year, over 17 hours this time. And this isn't a day about trying to discuss what's wrong with people. I do believe we've been led to believe that a person that's feeling compromised or depressed or suicidal is broken. And it's my observation, having nearly ended my life 3 times and having lost a child to suicide, that nothing's broken. What's missing is the skills to deal with whatever it is that we feel so overwhelmed about. And the more we talk about trying to fix people, the more it kind of endorses that one is broken. And so this is normalizing conversations about feeling compromised, depressed, or suicidal through creative skills. Because when you're in your creative genius, it balances everything out. And the most natural way to approach and embrace and understand on anything that's a bit tricky starts happening. When we had Insight performing at the theatre when it was first produced, people were coming out of that theatre into the foyer speaking differently to when they walked in, and they were talking openly about their mental and emotional challenge and their mental health as though they were talking about meeting up for coffee next week. And that's what this year's World Jenny's Day is all about. It's shifting mindsets through creative skills. And it's not about going into solutions necessarily. We will touch a little bit on what it's like to feel compromised, what it's like to be the carer of those who are feeling compromised, and what those solutions are. But it'll only be touched on. This 10th of October is a celebration of mental health wellness by performance. And it doesn't have to be performance about depression and suicide. It's just performance that will lift the vibration up of the world on World Jenny's Day.
Very exciting. Thank you
Fantastic.
so much, Jenetta. Fantastic. And Madalene,
and it's
sorry. I know that you are the executive producer of this event, which is really exceptional. So tell us about how you're involved with this. How are you two working together?
Right. I will be hosting on USA Global TV at 10 o'clock in the morning from the UK. And basically what I've done, what I've contributed is a lot of my friends are creative people, creative hearts. And some of them are acting, some of them singers, songwriters. So I've asked them to help and come on board, and they've watched the video of World Jenny's Day, of when Jenetta was the actual official World Jenny's Day video. And immediately, I didn't even have to say anything else. They said, what time is it? Yeah, of course, I want to be part of this. So what I love about it is that I actually found out that some of my friends who are creative hearts and are skilled in the artistic profession, they actually, a way for them to deal with their mental health, their bipolar, depression, even on a point of sometimes wanting to end things, they actually put it into their art. It doesn't have to be of a depressive like vibration and a depressive kind of topic of song or script that they're writing or book or anything like that. It's about them just expressing and releasing that pent up energy that is so stuck and so frustrating that nobody hears them, but their heart hears them, and their way of expression of their art hears them as well. So I found that quite interesting. As regards to, so what we're going to do basically is start off, like say, for example, there's Claudio, who's from the UK, and he does like popra, which is kind of mixed of pop and opera. So we call it popra. And he can do swing as well. So he'll come along, and a wonderful woman called Sue Black, and she's an acoustic singer-songwriter, and she's wrote a song called Brave People. There's many people from about 4 or 5, maybe 5 different artists. And what's really good about it is that I was talking to Jenetta saying, instead of just the 10 UK being at 10 o'clock in the morning, because to be honest, some people don't even surface till a later time, or they have other like school or something like that. So we have to go with that time. So this is massive. It's massive, Dr. JACALYN. It really is, in the way that I believe World Jenny's Day, as what Jenetta said, is evolving, transcending into it's been in its cocoon. It was this caterpillar cocoon, and it started to get rid of its chrysalis and started to go into its first stages of a butterfly. Now it's going its second stages, third stage of transcendence. So anyone that comes in and be involved or even watch this will feel the energy of between heaven and earth, which is through the spirit of Jenny, her spirit. She's everywhere, and just through the spirit of people are being heard. People, there is a way, and just the awareness of mental health awareness, and for it, you know, I think it's wonderful to be part of this, and that's what I'm doing. And also the song for Jenny, the actual song for Jenny, which is called Resolution. Yeah. So as far as an executive producer, I'm just going to be in with everybody else, and just have a great fun day, all about the artistic, creative hearts. You know, it's just amazing to be part of this, and with all the countries that are involved, and more people from different countries want to get on board. So if you think about Live Aid, do you remember Live Aid in the 1980s? I don't know if you remember it, Live Aid, yeah.
Yes.
I think of it like that. And I think of every maybe 30 minutes or however Jenetta wants that to be, the video of Jenny and what the whole everything is about World Mental Health Awareness, and then back to the art, raising the vibrations, celebrating, loving, embracing, supporting, unification, knowing that it's okay, it's normal to be suffering from mental health, because everybody is suffering from it. Everyone in this world is suffering from mental health. The reason why, it's depression. It's depression because you're going against what your true heart is saying.
Wow, you gave us a lot to think about there, Madeline.
Oh, sorry, you know,
nothing to be sorry about.
Nothing to.
In fact, Dr. JACALYN, I wanted to share with you just before we go off point, is Madeline mentioned this song, the Jenny song, and I wanted to cover that a little bit as well, because it's been the most amazing journey. Jenny had a friend in Kenya in her primary school days before she went down to South Africa for her secondary school schooling. And I was called a little Anita Diamond. She was tiny and very shy and hardly said boo to a goose. Her mum is Kenyan Indian. Her father is Australian from Brisbane. And Jenny and Anita spent quite a lot of time together, and Anita was one of my ballet students, and Jenny was as well. So they shared ballet together. And then she, you know, to cut a long story short, Jenny was going through her hardest times. We were back home in Kenya. Nobody knew we would be here. Jenny tried to get hold of Anita and say, I really want to see you. And Anita couldn't see her at such late notice. And then not long after, Jenny died. So for Anita to be part of this was big. And she's turned into the most accomplished singer of covers. She's just about to actually launch some of her own work. She's been part of a band in Brisbane, and what a beautiful, beautiful voice. And what's happened is, in fact, I'm going to share her now. That is Anita Diamond. And Anita and Madeleine and Martin and Audi have all come together to create this amazing song. So perhaps you'd like to tell a little bit more about that, Madeleine.
Yeah. Well, as thank you, Jenetta. Thank you. Yeah, it's first of all, I asked Jenetta, Dr. JACALYN, I asked Jenetta, what song did Jenny like? What kind of style? And Jenetta turned around, didn't you, Jenetta, and said, Immortal, Evanescence, which is kind of a soft metal, soft kind of rock, soft rock, I would say, kind of ballad. And so what we did, actually, first, to be honest, before all that, the Full Circle Rainbow, which is the book that Jenetta wrote about Jenny and herself and the journey, she sent me the book, and I I read through what I felt was important and relevant. I then sent the book to Audi. Audi read what he could of the book, but also looked at the important parts of it, of the book as well that I sent to him. And I said, Audi, is it possible for you to write this in as a poetry? So suddenly I was presented with 4 pages of poetry, A4 size, 4 pages of poetry. So Audi and I had to decipher which parts were a little bit of a repeating lyric, repeating of a story, but said in a different way. And so we had to decipher all this, and then we got it down to 2 pages. Honestly, we got it down to 2 pages, but key elements, absolute key elements. And then we had a meeting with Jenetta, and Jenetta said, you know, Jenny really, the first sign of Jenny for me was with the butterfly, the yellow butterfly. And I knew that week when I was going out for walks with Teddy, I kept seeing butterflies. I mean, a lot of butterflies. And one particular butterfly it was hovering. And that's when Jenetta said to me, a butterfly, I just thought, oh, okay, I see where we're going here. So I said to Audi, I think it's significant to place the butterfly. And he goes, how am I going to place a butterfly in a song? I said, I don't know. I said, but I've written the word. I said, listen, Audi, just keep going back to it. Anyway, Audi did 16 revisions. He was out one day. He was out, and he heard like a voice saying to him, Audi, it's not finished yet. By the 16th revision, it will be complete. I wish Audi was here because he'd be able to tell the magical story. And
yeah, he would. And you know, also,
sorry. Yes, Jenetta.
To just add in there the significance of the number 16, because Jenny was 16 when she died, and we've had a whole numerological happening where in numerology you bring the numbers down to one number. So 1 plus 6 in 16 is 7. And I woke up one day to this vision and a series of happenings that led me to realize that Jenny had died on 7s and 9 numbers. Her year of death was 7 and 9 as well. And she was born with 7 and 9s and died with 7 and 9s in the year she died. So her whole death and birth are filled with 7s and 9s. So that's 16. When they came back to me and said it's done and it's 16, I was going, wow, that is so interesting. So back over to you, Madalene.
Yeah, thank you, Jenetta, for sharing that. I find it just so amazing in the way that, you know, the bridge between heaven and earth is surely working here through Jenny. Jenny's spirit is working through the whole of this process. Absolutely. And definitely through this song. Anyway, he said the 16th revision. And I said, 16th revision? I said, we're only on 12. He goes, I know. I went, Audi. Okay. Anyway, he spent 48 hours non-stop from the 12th revision to the 16th. I was up all night. He was like sending them this. Have you checked this? No, I haven't checked it. I'll check it now. Okay, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. Okay, I'll check it. Talk about, you know, so anyway, after that, I then asked, we then sent it to Jenetta. Jenetta loved it. She loved it. She said, yes, I like where this is going. Jenny is definitely in this, you know. And then I asked Jenetta, because originally it was going to be like one part that's about, we decided to make it the song Resolution, but about from Jenetta's point of view. Well, from her heart. And then from Jenny's heart. It's such a beautiful way that it's been brought together. And so I received these 2 pages, 16th revision, and I'm like, what am I going to do? And so I decided, you know what, I'm going to do this all on camera. So what I did, I put my Zoom on, and I said to Zoom, I said, all right, Zoom, I said, I've got to write this vocal melody in the form of immortality. What am I going to do? And I said it to Jenetta. So what I did was I put Immortality, the backing track, on, and I just sat with it and heard it, looked at the words, and then I just sang something, improvisation, just sang on that moment. I recorded it. I sent it to Jenetta, and Jenetta says, oh, this shows promise. Oh, yeah, it needs a little bit more work, but let's go for it. So then I started working at and going into it even more and changing it a little bit with the vocal melody, and changing the sound when Jenny sings, making it a little bit more modern. So it's a little bit of kind of a bit of Jenetta's and Jenny, and it works really well. I can't wait for you to hear it, but I can't play it because it won't be until the 10th of October. So then from then, I got Martin, we've got this company called Songs for You. And I got Martin, I sang the song to him, and he put it down into chord progression. And then I sent it to Jenetta, and Jenetta said, yes, I'm loving this. Yes, thank you so much. Yeah. And I said, it hasn't finished. We're adding more to it. So then Martin then asked his son, Alex Jimson, a very talented keyboardist and guitarist as well. So he's been putting some beautiful guitar hook lines on there and some beautiful piano, so to build the track. And so then we were looking for a singer, and originally it was going to be Jenetta and myself. And I'm thinking, this is not sitting well. I'm not sitting well with singing this song. It's just not going to work. Then Jenetta came along with the lovely Anita, and I heard her voice. And because of the story that it was her best friend, sorry. It was Jenny's best friend, one of Jenny's best friends, you know, her bestie. So it was even more magical. So it's so wonderful that the backing track now, which is not a completed released version yet, but just enough for Anita to practice and to sing with it while the music is getting prepared to go to the next level of for it to sound like a mixed mastered song, which then we'll give it to Anita. Anita will put her vocals on there, and then she will send her vocal to Martin, who will then mix it. Then it will go to the masterers, and woo! Resolution has been birthed. Woo! 10th of October. Woo! Sorry, I get so excited. This energy just fills me. I could be talking about anyone to do with their creativity, but I just get a buzz. Literally, I get a buzz, and it's not me going, wow, la 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 la. No, it's actually, I feel it, just like what we're doing with you, Dr. JACALYN, with Songs for You as well, with Dr. JACALYN's song as well. So so it's so special. Jenny's spirit has soared in, through, and around the whole resolution song, because when I was singing with Immortality, I didn't feel it was my voice anymore. I felt something. I felt presence. And it was done in one take. Like when I was singing with the backing track of Immortality, it was done in one take. And I've even actually got the video still, which I gave to Jenetta. And people might think I'm a bit crazy talking to the camera, but literally talking to the camera as if a person is there. Actually, that's what we're doing, really, aren't we, when you're hosting? So, so yeah, it's it's a magical process. It's the music is now going on to its next level. Can't wait for then send to Anita. She puts her vocals down. It's a really special song, and I feel absolutely honored in every way. I just to you know to be part of this process, this song, because I know this song is going to implement, affect, awaken, and make everyone say, hey, it's okay, it's all right, it's okay, you can feel like this, it's okay, we're going to be all right, we're being heard, we're going to be okay, there's nothing wrong with us.
Beautiful, Madeleine. Thank you so much. I love your energy and your passion and just your sensitivity as well. It's really beautiful. So, Jenetta, what would you like people to take away from our show today as we're coming to the end?
Well, we haven't got very many slots left, but if you feel inspired to be part and performing in World Jenny's Day on the 10th of October, please do get hold of us. I'm available at Jenetta at the epiphanyprocess.com. You can also contact us at worldjennysday.com. But what I can say is get onto this platform on Monday, the 10th of October, because it's going to be a performance like no other, because I call it a performance over 17 hours. All those performances will add up to the great grand performance. It is the performance over 17 hours. And we can't wait to have you be there, watching, listening, sharing. Let's get World Jenny's Day and the talk around depression and suicide to shift more than ever. The more people who are watching, listening, and sharing, the more it's going to happen. That's why it's World Jenny's Day, not just Jenny's Day. It's World Jenny's Day on World Mental Health Day, not World Mental Ill Health or World Mental Disease Day. It's World Mental Health Day, and it's World Jenny's Day. So come and join us if you want to help behind the scenes. We could do with lots of that as well, if you'd like to volunteer for that, or perform, or come and watch and share and listen. Be wonderful, and we can't wait to have you there.
Thanks, Jenetta. And it sounds like Madeleine is opening up the first hour, right?
Yeah, from 10 o'clock in the morning. Yes, super excited about it. Yes, and I'm going to get, I don't know, 2 or 3 performers, maybe 4. We'll just see how it goes along, because 10 o'clock in the morning is quite early. But there are some, like say Claudio, who get up early and warmed up and ready to go.
In actual fact, that first hour, we're doing the backstory of World Jenny Day, so anybody who doesn't know knows about it. And the second hour, we've got Kenya, we've got Origins Dance Company. They are a big part of having put together Insight, the theatrical production, with me. So they're going to be doing a 20-minute performance in the second hour, and then the second part of that second hour, we're going to talk Insight. And then after that, we're moving through to different parts of the world, starting with UK, but we'll be moving over. We'll be a bit UK, then South Africa, then UK again, and then I haven't got obviously it in front of me, but over to US, and then back to Kenya, and then perhaps by that time we'll have the early people coming through for the other sides of the world, because we've got Australia, we've got New Zealand, we've got Japan, we've got Ghana, we've got Kenya, we've got South Africa, we've got Wales, we've got 2 Welsh songs, and one of the performers who is Welsh is very good with Edith Piaf. She's doing that. We've got UK, a marvelous cross section there. We've got even our own to US, we've got street artists in LA who are doing a mural for World Jenny's Day, and that's going to be up and running. We've got a voiceover artist is going to be reading an amusing whodunit mystery. We've just got such a wonderful cross section. In fact, the other thing I wanted to quickly mention is another one of Jenny's friends from South Africa, secondary school, now living in Canada. She is going to be singing and performing because she's also become quite an accomplished singer as well. So that's another. We've got Anita now in Brisbane from Kenya, and Bonnie now in Canada from South Africa. How's that? Right in the middle.
That is. It's magical. And can I just say one thing, if it's okay, guys? The person that's working from his heart, the marketing and designing the poster that's going to be coming through very soon, a really beautiful, colorful poster with World Jenny's Day banner, you know, with the butterfly and the leaves and everything and the forest. Beautiful, that we're going to use for the actual day. He's going to be designing that, so that's going to be so empowering because it's going to say USA Global TV Radio, and it's also going to have the countries participating and the names on there as well. And yeah, and Martin Sogbe from M&M Marketing, he's the one that's from his heart. He's going to be doing all the marketing for it and the SEOs for it, and designing the poster, which that's what we need. We need, once that poster goes up with all those names, more countries are going to be added. That I know for sure. Definitely. It's going to be a superb, like Live Aid, but with, instead of, you know, just everything about lifting this world through music, lifting vibrations, you know, through the creative heart. We are lifting vibrations and making everyone be part of the family of, you know, mental health awareness, you know, because I think it's the right time for it. for sure. And Dr. JACALYN, and Alcini is coming in, isn't he? Alcini.
Alcini. Oh, yes.
Cini. Not Chini, because no. Chini, Maltese, right? Alcini. Okay, Alcini. Alcini. I always thought Chini, like Al Pacino. Chini. Oh, I never knew that. I've always called him Alcini. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
You did as well. Yeah, Alcini.
Absolutely.
That's
oh my gosh. Oh wow, it's going to be. I'm so super excited. There's a lot to do, though. There's a heck of a lot to do.
Yeah.
But
there is.
Everything is working.
But we're on our way.
Well, yeah, we are. Everything falls into place at the right time, in true alignment, because this is for a world cause. It's a world, you know.
Absolutely. It's great to be working with both of you and all the wonderful people you have lined up. So I'm going to start
you're going to sing. You're going to sing as well, Dr. JACALYN. Oh, yes, you are. You're not getting out of this. You've got a stunning voice. You are singing on World Jenny's Day because you have got a stunning voice. You can really sing these musicals and real like diva. You are singing.
We'll discuss it.
You will. I know you will.
We have to close up this show because we have to get to the next one. So I apologize. Madalene, what's the best way for people to reach out to you, and who would you like to contact you?
If they can just email me, Madalene, what's my email? Oh yeah, MadaleneCarolChan at gmail.com. MADALENE carolchan@gmail.com, or they can get me on LinkedIn as well, Madalene Chan. You can get me on there, Dr. Madalene Chan. Yep, that's it. You can get so I can then talk to you about and help anybody that wants to perform on there on World Jenny's Day. Please get in touch with Jenetta and myself. And but you have to act quick, because it's not long, and we need to start to organize all the performers. So please act now.
Okay, thank you, Madeline.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, Dr. JACALYN. Thank you.
And Jenetta, how do people reach out to you, and who would you like to contact you?
Again, anybody who wants to perform or help us in the back part of all that we have to do, there's quite a lot of logistics to deal with, and we could do with anybody who's logistically minded to help us. And of course, anybody who wants to know about the day itself, you can get hold of me at Jenetta at the epiphanyprocess.com, or you can get hold of me on worldjennysday.com, even at the epiphanyprocess.com as well.
All right, thank you so much. And Jenetta, your Talking Heads episode is coming up right after this. What will you be discussing today?
Today is about how we basically don't realize how our emotions affect our body, and I'm going to talk about synergizing our bodies, our health, and our emotions, so that the three talk to each other instead of thinking there's a separation there, giving the skills and techniques to do that.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. All right, we're signing off for now. We'll be back in less than 15 minutes with Jenetta's Talking Heads episode. Thanks, everyone. Bye for now.
Bye.